Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Tim coming at you with a first look at Tron Identity for the Nintendo Switch that dropped just a couple days ago on April 11th, 2023. It's on the US eShop for $14.99. So I'm sure in your region it's somewhere around that range of 15. This is noted as a visual novel, I believe. Let's see. Um, it's made by the people at BitHell Games. It's a British independent games company studio. And it says here that they're a small team of 20 working on projects that excite them. They worked on some other things in the past. Unfortunately, like there's some things that were of note that I read about them, but you know what? Let's go to see if I can search BitHell Games on Google. So I know they did a few games, other ones, notable games. So I wanted to check that out. John Wick, Hex, um, Thomas Was Alone, The Solitaire Conspiracy, The Banished Vault, Arksmith. So several games there. What else stands out? I know there was something else too. I think it was Thomas Was Alone for sure for me. But lots of stuff there. But they're known for doing their games like this, so I'm looking forward to checking this out, especially since I'm a Tron fan. However, you do not have to know or have watched the movies to know what to do in this because it's kind of its own self-contained story. So it's a new extension of the Tron franchise with handcrafted character art, rich world building and storytelling, engaging puzzle solving tasks, fantastic new music, and you choose your own path. So I am looking forward to this very much so. So hopefully, not to bore you in case you want to check this out in the future, I won't spend too long here, but hopefully we can find a good breaking point so that you get a taste of it and can hopefully decide to either add it to your wish list or purchase it yourself. So again, we're going to play Tron Identity. And oh, here we go. On the eShop is a visual novel adventure following Query, a detective program tasked with uncovering a mystery of what was taken and by whom. So, yeah, let's jump in. So let's get a feel for this. I saw this when we had the one of the indie directs, I believe, or indie showcases had shown this off, and I was like, "Ooh, this looks interesting," especially being Tron. So, but they worked with Disney in order to create this game, um, and they have several modes here. So I'm not even sure what all this stuff is, but I'm excited to check it out. Let's just jump right into the game, and already hear some of that music there. I wonder if it's going to be based on the music that Daft Punk did for the movies. So, and it's already starting out like a movie, which is pretty cool. And it gives the option to skip the intro, but I am not going to do that because I want to see it. This is my first look at it, so like I said, we'll take a look at it here together. So, from what I read, somewhere else definitely has some of the Flynn touches on it. So, it is following if you watch the newest Tron movie, it is following the story of one of the cultures or societies that was created by Flynn's world. Oh yeah, so you don't need to have Tron or Tron Legacy have to have seen it to understand the story, but a little context helps. So it takes place on the Ark server set up by Flynn to protect the ISOs, an emerging intelligence introduced in Tron Legacy. That's what it was, the ISOs. He then left the server and never returned. Tron Identity takes place on a server without users, humans from the outside world. So I'm going to turn autoplay off because it also suggests that I should do this, especially when trying to share this and talk to you guys, not to miss anything. So, okay, so you can read at your own pace by using the autoplay or progress automatically by pressing autoplay toggle. If you miss something, there's a chat log on the pause menu. Sweet. That helps. Nice. And then the codex. So things information you're going to collect along the way. Sweet. Let's go back to resuming. Features as a new extension of Tron franchise. Unlock never-before-seen server filled with new original programs to join forces with. Beautiful handcrafted character art. Rich world building and storytelling. Reveal memories. One mystery, many endings. And developed by the award-winning team behind Thomas Was Alone and Subsurface Circular. So, there we have it. All the information that I have on hand that I could give to you made me more excited to check this out. So, let's continue. Text speed and scale can be adjusted for your comfort and settings. Are you ready to begin program? Yes, I am. Initializing. Here we go. I'm excited about this. There is a dot up there. I wonder if that's where I'm going. Alright. It's a cold night in the city. Nothing new there. You pull your coat tighter. Feel the heat of its glow, a small comfort against the brittle rain. Across the park stands the repository, a grand building. It stands sentinel among all surrounding it. This is architecture as power play. A statement made in light and stone. I can read, really, I can. It's also where you'll be working tonight. You step forward, taking in the data trees that flank your path. Suddenly, the screech of tires against asphalt to your left, the rhythmic pulse of light cycle at full speed. You turn, seeing cold blue light racing towards you. Hold your ground or dive out of the way. Here's our first choice. If I hold my ground, you think I'm gonna die? Or dive out of the way. Hold your ground. I wonder if that would prevent that person from getting away. Let's hold the ground. You didn't dodge the light cycle. Suddenly the screech against the asphalt to your left. You hold out your hand, stop. The cycle doesn't slow. In fact, you could swear it accelerated, defiant. You hold out your hand. Oh, I just read that. I gotta get used to it. Blast past on your left. 2 more cycles. Follow it. Yellow, core, whatever the racer did. It was bad enough to get 2 enforcers on their tail. Peacekeepers. That was the polite word. You operate in a less polite world. You push forward more gingerly now. The park has fallen silent again. Good. At the entrance to the repository stands a slab of security program. His armor is scuffed and scratched, as is his face. A cruel smirk is attempting to break through his clenched jaw. Oh, he's moving too. That looks pretty sweet. That'd be pretty cool cosplay. Unlock Grish. Interesting. So Grish, bit of trouble on the road there, Chief? Nothing I can't handle. Wakes you up. I'll catch them later. Let's say wakes you up. Wakes you up. He laughs. You didn't dodge the light cycle, so next time look both ways. You're not gonna win a fair fight with the speed light cycle. So again, I'm getting a path here. I didn't dodge the light cycle, so that ought to be interesting. And I can move a cursor here, it looks like, too. Oh, that must mean I could have probably highlighted those dots that were up there. I'll have to keep an eye on that previously. So the laughing stops, and it's replaced by a stern frown. Can I help you? So the answer is greetings, program. Hope so. Feel free to start. I hope so. The program squints, confused. Mind telling me what you're doing here? You flash your badge, 4 squares arranged in a T. It designates you as a member of the disciples of TRON, a detective. No boss, no assigned task, but uncovering truths. A professional observer. My name's Query. Your boss called me in. Something happened here, something big enough to bring in outside help. The program is taken aback. He steps away from the door and motions you in. You could have sworn you saw the light in his eyes pulse with frustration. This isn't going to be an easy night. This will be easier if you work with me. Did I offend you? We're going to be good friends, I can tell. Let's see, I want to know, did I offend him? No answer. The program slams the door. The program slams the door shut behind you, reactivating the glowing lock. No escape. Definitely not going to be an easy night. The cursor went away too. Interesting. Alright, the lobby of the repository is beautiful. It demonstrates the same power as the exterior. Grish hustles you into the elegant space. Alright, I can move around and look a little bit. Ooh, main elevator. Unlocked main elevator view. Aha! Repository, characters, Grish. Alright, so this takes me right here. It automatically unlocks it in my codex. But if I don't hit that button right away, then I don't come to this right away. Alright. You note that it's empty, quiet. Where is everyone? Beautiful. Do you work here? Of course he does. They just say beautiful. It is empty. Are those energy falls? Are those energy falls? They are. Grish looks tired. It must have already been a long night. He growls. It wasn't my call to bring you in. I had this handled. I was about to begin my investigation. Investigating what? I can leave if you like. Imagine if your boss felt otherwise. I imagine your boss felt otherwise. I can leave if you like. Nothing pleased me more, but I'm just following orders like you. I don't follow orders. I'm an independent process. So I can stay. Until I'm told otherwise, you can't leave. You can tell Grish isn't used to dealing with inquiries like yours. He ushers you past the lobby's vacated front desk towards an elevator. We've moved all non-essential staff to a secure location. I've been ordered to send you to Prinz. He runs this tower, and he's taken the events of the night very personally. You think they'd stolen from his own personal collection. Maybe way he sees it, that's exactly what happened. There's been a robbery? That's right. Someone picked tonight to steal something precious from us. Prinz will fill you in on the details. I don't know him all yet either. I heard the explosion, activated the lockdown, and put things in order. Since then, I've been out here, securing the perimeter and waiting for you to show up. Took you long enough. I guess you were busy holding up traffic, not successfully. But I respect the effort. An explosion? Ask questions about that. What does lockdown entail? Why did you go outside? Let's see what lockdown entails here. What does it sound like it entails? Locks. That's right. Nobody in or out. Thanks for making an exception. Prinz gets what Prinz wants. Brish moves to the elevator. A keypad to its side awaits activation. He reaches out his hand to the panel. It hovers a sharp intake of breath. What? Is there a problem? Forgot your code. Is there a problem? Brish stands in front of the panel looking at it, then back to you. He's confused. Catches himself, confusion turning into frustration. Since the explosion, I've been missing things. Manners? Memories? Yes. I don't know if it's got anything to do with the explosion, but my memory access is failing me. There are holes. Your DOTU said. You can defrag identified disks, can't you? Recover memories? I can. With consent, yes. If I choose to. I grant it. Do what needs to be done. Here, take it. He hands you his disk, grudgingly. Interesting. Unlock disk color. Match data cards to defrag a disk. Drag the circle card onto matching neighbor. So L and then A. Oh. Match data cards to defrag a disk. To match that number? Wait. You can match by number, drag the 3 card to its neighbor. Okay. There are 2 legal move types, adjacent and 3 packets away. So I can match the number. Wait. What does it say to do here? So zeros are next to each other. Or is it the shape? I was on you. There we go. Shapes. It's not. Cards cannot cross the top of the disc. That's a triangle. No move is final. Undo any play at any time. Move, okay. Stuck, let the AI make your next move a limited number of times per puzzle. So I got 3 remaining. 1 to 4 there, okay, fine. To complete a puzzle, reduce card count to the target. Pick your own moves from now on. The goal of defragment is to reduce the number of cards in a program's disk to match the target value. Clear cards by dragging over other cards to unlock them out. You can drag out a card 1 or 3 playable spaces in either direction, okay, 1 to 3, but not across the gap at the top of the disc. As you play, different errors and disc complexities will mix up the rules. So target is 1, so I need a 1 and a 0. So these 2 here, it looks like. As things become more complex, you'll need to make tactical choices. Target is 1 again. Okay. I can't do those 2. Oh, yes, I can. shapes. You can create runs of cards or preserve matches to open paths later. Find your own style. For some reason, it's not clicking with me yet. I mean, I get the matching to the target. I think it says target is 1, but I can't do anything here. These to match target of 1. Create runs of cards or preserve matches to open paths later. Find your own style. I need to clear 2 more cards. Let's see. Play for me. 1 and 3 is 4. Okay, so oh no, okay, I see. So I need to get rid of the 1s, and then now the symbols will match. Memory restored. Alright. I think I kind of got it there. So I've got to make sure I can meet the end goal of... Although the target was 1, maybe I messed up there. Maybe I should have did the 1 on the 2. And then the last number would have been 1. So, alright. Fair enough. Completed in 237.8 seconds. Took 9.512 microcycles. A significant number. Alright, the administrator prints smile. I think that's everything. Do you have any questions? Chris shook his head silently. He needed the job. It seemed simple enough. No need to put the new boss off with an unguarded question or comment. You're not the talkative type, I suppose. Good. Prince typed a number in an elevator, stopped himself. You'll need a code, I suppose. Are you a religious program, Grish? Grish grunted non-committally. I don't ask for utter devotion, but I do expect respect. For myself, for Core, and for the users. Let this be a daily reminder to you of their importance and seniority to us all. He gestures towards the pad, and keypad is in 1982, the year Flynn first made contact with the programs. According to the user calendar, a sacred time. Burn it into your memory. You know what? My memory is not that good, so I'm going to take notes. So, let's put this down here. 4/14/2023. TRON identity. Elevator code. And I apologize if you're not hearing what I'm saying here. 1982. Alright. That is now down. Back we go. New disc color I received is white. You hand the disc back. Grish takes it, replaces it on his back. A slight pulse in his eye signals the data refresh. Got it. Grish gives the slightest of nods. It's the closest you'll be getting to a thank you. He taps the code in the elevator, unlocking it. I've unlocked repeat access rights for you. You'll be able to travel to any location Prince allows. Thank you. So, thank you, or any other gaps in your memory. Any other gaps in your memory, we'll go with that one. Grish grunts. He's clearly frustrated to have shown this weakness to you. You move towards the elevator, but Grish puts out a heavy hand, blocking your path. I'm not going to let you do this without me. Let's see, that's not your call to make. You could join me. I don't need anybody. Let's go with you could join me. Grish laughs. I don't join you, program. You join me. Whatever you want to call it. Your boss called me, or that could work. That could work. Don't want to make any enemies here. Let me smile. Okay. You push forward, he's surprised. Let's work together. You accept Grish's help. You reach out a hand, he takes it, shakes it. All right. The most sincere smile of the night plays across Grish's face. Nice. Is that Bryn's or Brine's? No, it'd be Bryn's because there's no E there. Bryn's office is upstairs. He'll be waiting for you, for us. What's he like? Fine, a little too fixated on the users, but fine. I think I scare him a little. The elevator doors open. It's time to visit the man who called you here. Alright, 25 minutes in. I think we got a good feel for this so far. Prinz may consider this an office, but it's more of a shrine. User memorabilia lines the walls. Prinz stands by the window looking out over the city. He turns and smiles as you both enter. You accepted Grish's help, so another path. You found a friend, Grish. Grish snorts. You hired one for me, Prinz. I did, and you seem exceptionally happy to have the company. Prinz chuckles to himself. Very glad you could join us, Query. You come very highly recommended. So I could say reputation is everything. I do the work. It's late, Prinz. I do the work. Let's go with that. So I've heard. Welcome. Prinz steps in front of his desk. He registers your confusion at the bright lights on its surface. Oh, shoot. There were some things I could have highlighted. Darn it. I gotta pay attention to the scene there. A little showy, perhaps. I've been told it looks like a shrine, but much like the users, I enjoy a little theater. You didn't hire me to talk about desks. I'd rather get to work. What happened here? I'll just jump to the chase here. Alright. Here, look. Now I can highlight some things. Grand window, unlocked. Bookshelves. So I can add new things. And I need to pay attention to that because if there's any percentages that you can achieve here, I don't know if it'll lock anything or whatever, but I need to make sure I stay on top of that. That's a longer conversation, I fear. Prinz smiles, another smile. It is a smile calculated in its charm, a kind of self-conscious allusion to kindness that you've only ever seen in those with an assured authority. Alright, nothing to highlight here. I don't see any dots. Grish, still standing, tenses. He's seen that smile too many times. Tell me, Query, for whom do you fight? I fight for the users, I fight for the programs, I fight for myself. Interesting. So here, this seems like more of a heavy hitter choice to me. So it's like, what do I believe in? Essentially is like what Grish was asking. I've never met a user probably. So am I still gonna fight for the users? Like Flynn? I fight for the programs. I fight for myself. Am I just in it for me? I'm trying not to be influenced by what I think the answer might be or what this person might like to hear, like because he's a fan of users. I might say I fight for programs. I fight for myself. This is kind of tough for me to pick here. I'm going to pick I fight for programs. I fight for programs. All right. Smile drops to a slight frown. I kind of figured that answer would have been, the user one would have been one he would have preferred. Your beliefs troubles brains. A very modern perspective. Loyalty to your peers is, of course, admirable, but shaky ground ethically. Programs are so changeable in their whims. That's what I figured. Prinz steps back to the window. Flynn built this world for us, Query. He built us an ark safe from Clue, from his intolerance of our kind. So, interesting. So, remember what I said earlier, the story does not require you to have watched the movies, but having some knowledge of it helps. Clue was from Legacy. So, but again, this place, the Ark server, was set up by Flynn to protect the ISOs. So, and then left the server. So, interesting. We must never forget that we owe what we owe, whose grace we rely upon. He saw the potential of the ISOs in our value. Your order was created with similar optimism. The disciples of Tron, independent seekers of truth in the face of tyranny, it's all very impressive, I'm sure. You too are part of Flynn's design. Do not forget it. We will return. I could say we owe him everything. I don't think he's coming back. Flynn is a fairy tale. That's tough for me to answer because it's like, I watched the movies. But from this guy's perspective, how do I want to play my character out? We owe him everything. I don't think he's coming back. Flynn's a fairy tale. It's almost like religious in a way. I don't think he's coming back. Let's put that down. I don't think he's coming back. Prinz noted your answer. Fortunately, my faith is not dependent on your opinion program. Grish tenses. The boss and I have different views on the subject. I fight for the programs of the repository. In the war, they taught us to fight for the one next to us. Keeps things simple. I guess I'm on Grish's side here. Prinz frowns. Your loyalty to those around you is why I indulge your argumentative demeanor, Grish. But loyalty without faith is a fickle thing. My faith is strong. Not entirely convinced, Prinz moves towards a bookcase. My interest in the users goes beyond blind faith. I imagine you've noticed my collection. Very impressive, or can we get to the case, please? I'll just say very impressive. Thank you. Does any piece in particular catch your eye? Oh, I probably wasn't paying attention again. The currency token, those colorful boxes. I like colorful boxes. Prinz moves to the shelf, removing the box. This is a form of a user entertainment, a video stored on the analog magnetic tape. They record fictional performances and share or sell them to each other. Interesting. Click on anything around here. I don't see any dots. He smiles as he looks at the tape. This was apparently one of Flynn's favorites. I've not watched it, but the user on the cover looks heroic enough. It's an identity disc? Can we watch one? It's an identity disc. Let's do that. Prinz shakes his head. Nowhere near as precise. Events are shown in an abbreviated fashion in a two-dimensional image. No internal processes are recorded. They are obtuse, abstract. But according to our records, users love them. Prinz places the box back on the shelf. Fascinating. I like fascinating. Alright, Prinz smiles. Indeed. Prinz's face stiffens. For the first time, he lets the stress of recent events show on his face. Prinz? It's impossible to tell if Grish is sympathetic or frustrated. Tonight, the unacceptable has occurred. Our repository has been broken into and our work is in great danger. I'm sure Grish told you about the explosion, our vault. We have been attacked. I don't know for sure who did this, but I have my suspicions. I need to know who is responsible and what they stole from us. What was in the vault, or who had access? What was in the vault? Good question. I don't know. We serve at the pleasure of Core, and they move items in and out as they please. He looks down. I wish I had a better answer, but for now, I am in the dark as you. My building is host to a great many treasures, but presumably tonight someone stole our greatest jewel. Prince gestures broadly. Programs with the answers are throughout this tower. I'm hoping that an outsider like yourself may be able to find the truth of all this. Nothing clickable. I'd start with the crime scene itself or the suspect we already caught. Ooh. It was necessary to contain the threat. Absolutely. Grish turns to you. Visiting dignitary, I don't like new faces. Not when there's a coincidental explosion moments after their arrival. One of my men secured the prisoner immediately. We've created temporary accommodations in the library. Give my apologies to Ada when you see her. Not exactly her role to play jailer. I'll start with the vault. I'll interrogate the prisoner. Let's go talk to the prisoner. No need to tell me, program. The DOT are independent of my authority. I hope that you also remember your oath of non-interference. Come back here when you have anything to tell me or any questions I can answer. Prince smiles broad. You've impressed Prince. It's been good to talk to you, Query. I will make it known to my staff that you are to be supported in your investigation. I believe you can be good. You can do good work here. This is my repository. I will do everything I can to help you. Come to me if you need anything. You leave the office. Grish follows. For the users. And leave. All right. Almost 40 minutes into it. And now we've gotten to this point. I think this is a good place to stop for not to give too much away. I think everybody who's watching has a feel for how this is going to play out. You got a little puzzle element. I'm sure there's going to be different kinds of puzzles. As what it said there, it said those type of puzzles will get even more difficult. So it's very interactive, and you got some puzzles to deal with. So very cool way to read a book, I suppose. So, but until then, again, I would urge you, if you're interested in these kind of things, to put this on your wish list or even pick it up if you can. So with that, this is Tim signing off for the Nintendo Dads, and I'll check you later.